Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Do, 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 do. Don't believe me, just watch. Oh. Don't believe me, just watch. Shut up. Hello.
Yo, 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 what's good?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, all good, thanks, mate. All good.
How's your week?
Oh, my week. Oh, where do I start? Just bedlam. Just been dealing with a lot of stuff by myself, really, because no one's been there on site to help, so I've just been having to learn it by scratch. But yeah, no, it's been fun. It's been a learning experience, but it's just can't wait for Friday. If you get what I mean.
Yeah. I always know that feeling.
I bet you do. I bet you do, mate. In the line of work you do. How's
Yeah.
your week been then?
Uh, so far, the biggest highlight of my week was I had a fire alarm this week.
Oh,
Yeah.
just like being back at school again.
Yeah, but it was just a test one, and well, it turns out that the alarm that they have a shorter one that goes off like every now and then, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's something downstairs or something like that. But no, I found out that the little one is just to remind us all that it works. So that's great, I guess. But then the longer one was just. It didn't really matter because everyone was just strolling, like everyone just strolled over, got water bottles, strolled downstairs, strolled outside, and was just waiting outside, and then yeah, it was just
What?
yeah,
Damn. Well, you know what everyone's going to do in a fire now. It's like, oh yeah, just let it burn the place down. We don't care.
yeah. I don't know. It was like good because it didn't have to do any work, but like, at the same time, it's just I don't know. It's just a bit pointless, really.
Yep. Oh, sounds fun.
Yeah, it was a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, I. I think I've already told you about this. I got my office now, setting that up.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got my own
Yeah.
office now, and I'm kind of like running things. I think I've got like I wouldn't say a promotion, but I've definitely been prompted with a lot more responsibility that I was originally given. Like I'm kind of like running things on that site now, like personally. Like no one else is helping. I'm running site to site. Like it's pretty weird. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, but a lot more responsibility comes with a lot more aggro.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
oh,
today. Oh,
and one thing before I do forget, did anyone watch Deadpool and Wolverine? Because I got a ticket and
oh my god, when's that out?
well, so I'm watching it like the week after because I got something I do. Um, let me I think it's the Wednesday after. What's the calendar?
Wednesday. Am I working?
Is that like it's like half seven? I think it is.
Wait, what day did you say next week?
The 1st of August. I think it's like at 7:30.
Um, yeah, let's have a look. 1st of August, that's the Thursday. Yeah, I think I could do that. Might be a bit tight because I finish work at around 5 o'clock ish
Thirty
most
first. I mean,
nights.
no, oh God. Is the 31st of July? Yeah, 31st of July. That's it.
Oh, the 31st.
Yeah,
Okay, then. That's the Wednesday, and that's.
I'll just double check. I'm pretty sure it's 7:30.
Yeah.
Um,
Should be fine. Get there.
when did I order it? Found it. Yep. Okay. So it's the Wednesday, 31st of July at 7 o'clock,
Gotcha. Okay.
and
Yeah,
it's pretty
no,
much
I
a
could
full house.
definitely. Oh, bloody hell. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll be able to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I finish work at 5. I finish work at 5 that day, get home, get changed, grab something to eat, then head back out. Yeah, no, that should be fine, of course. How long is it on for?
Oh, 2 hours,
Oh,
two
that's
and a half.
fine. That's
I
fine
don't
then.
know. We'll be home plenty of time for your bedtime.
That's fine. It's fine. It's all good. Yeah, no, I'd definitely be up for that.
Great.
Sweet. I've been waiting for that for such a long time. Like I see the trailers, I'm like, oh my god, this is just gonna be good.
Oh, and also some other good news, or hopefully some good news. So well, so I know that I want to do like into the animation stuff and all that,
Oh yeah,
and I mean, and well, I've written out my, like first draft for like the project which I want to do over the course of the next few years, and
yeah.
I think I've found out a way to get an actual actor into it. The person who does the voice of Krang in the 2012 show and Raph in the 2007 movie. I think I might have found a way to get him in it.
Wait, hold up. What?
Yeah,
You're
only because
kidding?
no. So I'm looking in. 'Cause I go to like loads of different sites for a variety of different things, and one of these sites is called Cameo, where you can just book like an actor or something like that to like send you a message. And if I say that, oh yeah, like I would send them saying that, oh yeah, I'm creating this fan project to raise like money for a charity, or something like that. It'll be pretty scummy of him to refuse. So
Yeah, but you got to do it for a charity. You can't keep the money for yourself, mate. That's kind of
I'm
like
not keeping the money for myself. I'm paying him.
okay, no worries. But when you said a
I'm
charity,
losing money.
I know. Okay, I just wanted to clear that up because that's illegal. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know that. And that's the reason why over the course of the next few years for the project it'll be advertised as a fundraiser, so that way I won't actually get in trouble by Paramount. It's a loophole.
Good.
We didn't think about that one.
Yeah, no, that should work.
But yeah, should we get into this one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Hello, and welcome to another Talking To episode. I'm your host Teddy, and today I'm being joined once again by.
Hey then.
And today we can talk about the Timothy 2003 Season 2 Episode 6, Secret Origins Part 1. So, what do you think about this episode briefly?
Briefly, I think it's a very historic and very much story driven episode, which I really do like because it explains a lot about the history of this whole series and it really opens up your eyes like wow, this goes way beyond the limitations of what you first thought watching this series, and it's really good.
You have to say that with this episode, it's an interesting one because I feel like there's a lot of stuff in this one which I think is pretty decent for the most part. But like all the stuff with happening in the present day stuff, I mean that's just okay kind of stuff. But when you do get into all the stuff in the past with the history of the Utroms, I do find that to be like very fascinating. Just because I have to say, just like with the notes from the underground episodes, where like those episodes, it was building out the history and the lore of this universe, and like how in this one we have to explore that a lot more, like going to Japan, exploring the Upstroms and all that kind of stuff. And I won't lie, this episode is gonna, and also the next episode is gonna be very hard to like talk about this one without spoiling stuff because there's a very very big spoiler happened in next few episodes, and I have to choose my words wisely. That's it's going to be difficult.
Lots of spoilers. Okay, I'm
no, no,
preparing
no,
myself.
no. It's not. No, no. I wouldn't say like no. So no. So it's not like law spoilers, but it's one big spoiler which which you already do know, but I'm pretty sure you've forgotten about it already. So that's good. But at the same time, it's just that I don't want to say the wrong thing to put your mind in going into that direction. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, okay, where to really begin with all this? Let's talk about the like stuff that's happening outside TSRI first, because there's some stuff that's happened there, but like not really too much like importance really. So we've got Casey in April. They're there. Do you have anything to say about that, or not really?
To be honest, it was quite nice to see Casey Jones and April O'Neil back at it again, and of course they're in the Shell Razor, and they're just scoping out the place. Of course, they keep referring to the time, but we will get into that later on because I've got a whole like answer sheet here, like how and why this is happening. But we'll get into that later. But yeah, no, seeing Casey Jones and April O'Neil back again was pretty cool, and just the whole that scene in general of them just like spying on the TCRI. And then, of course, we get the National Guard coming in with their Abrams tanks. Like, that was completely unexpected. Like, I didn't think they would go as far as bringing the National Guard with Abrams tanks. Like, that is just insane.
Yeah, I'll just say about like the Casey and April stuff. It was like really good to see them, but it did feel like weird because I don't know how to best explain, but it feels like I don't know, because because I do mention like the time stuff, and it feels like I don't know how to really best explain, but like it doesn't really feel. Just I don't know, just because like they say that like it's only been 8 hours for them, but we just watched 5 episodes, and the whole time thing just feels really often like really weird to see them just here because just cause, like in like next episode like there are in the episode a little bit more which I think for like their reintroduction into the show would be like better there because it just feels like so out of place just a bit like show and be like oh man I can't believe we can't do anything, oh no we're just gonna wait. It just feels so out of place, and the mention of time stuff it just feels so weird. And I think maybe like some bits which they could have done to get around this was either like have this scene in the next episode, or maybe have like scenes from like the like Casey and April and Splinter and all that kind of stuff like scattered throughout the like last 5 episodes. But it was good to see them, but it just felt weird to see them. And then also we have Baxter Stockman. um, yeah, okay. Where do we begin with this?
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, no. Seeing Baxter Stockman come in this like spider bot, it was very weird at first because I'm thinking, okay, what's this? Is this the Shredder's doing? Is this Shredder's plan of a spider bot, an infiltration bot to see what's going on in the city? He's got eyes and ears everywhere. But no, out of the blue, a head appears and it's Dr. Stockman's head. And it was really cool to see Stockman, but really creepy at the same time because he's like bodiless. Like it's just a head. Like there are so many questions that I have, but I don't think you're gonna be able to give me the answers to them. Like how is he alive? How is he still figuring out stuff? And just how and why? How is he still alive? How is he not dead? How is he being powered? How is he? There's so many questions to Doctor Stockman's return and why he's there at that single moment in time. That is a question that just bugs me so much.
yeah, just say that with his Stockman stuff, it was like really like great to see Stockman. I do feel like his like first lines where he goes, "I'm back." That felt like so out of place for Stockman. It felt more like the actor was just walking into like the mic booth and like saying those words. It didn't. It doesn't really feel like a Stockman thing to do. And I think like laughing about the whole episode, it felt off. But at the same time, it was just so great to see like this version of Stockman. I mean, with what they've done with like I'd say like what 2012 did with Stockman, and then just seeing him show up here, what they did with one episode, I mean I've pretty much forgotten everything they've done with 2012 one, and he is just the best. And throughout this whole episode, his stuff was okay. And you didn't really know what was going on with Stockman, so I won't say too much about it. So yeah, but with the whole stuff with the head thing, it gets more messed up because he's literally just a brain in a robot's body, and he never recovers from that. And I do find it a bit weird that like he has a faceplate of his own head. That just seems weird. But like what happened to Stockman to get to this stage in his like point in his life? Because like last time I saw him, he was in that big robot body, and now he's this. So yeah, he's really gone down in the world. Okay, yeah. So let's talk about the
Yeah, you
stuff.
could say that.
Yeah, just a little bit. So let's talk about the stuff in TCRI. Yeah, let's talk about the first battle bit between like the Federation, the Triceratons, and the Utroms and all that kind of stuff. What do you think about that bit there?
Well, seeing the turtles get zapped back to Earth by the Utrons, that was very different because after last week's cliffhanger, I really wanted to know what happened. Of course, I think 90% I got correct. I think last time, but to be honest, to see them back on Earth and to see them surrounded by the Utron, you're thinking, hold on a minute, a massive fight's going to break out. Heads are going to start flying. It's hell's going to break loose, basically. But to be honest, it really did surprise me on how that actually went down because we got the Triceratons, including the Federation, that got zapped up with the turtles as well. And then immediately there was gunfire everywhere. The Federation started firing, the Triceratons started fighting, the turtles started fighting. I mean, it was a bloodbath, really. Of course, we minus the blood, of course, but it was a huge battle. Everything was going crazy, and I'm still trying to process on like what is actually going on. Like, why are they here? Who's this random bloke that's just teleported them? And what are these flying pieces of gum all over the place? Like, what is actually going on?
You have to say that with this like little fight scene here, it was pretty good for the most part. I mean, it just I don't know. I feel like it was a little bit too short for some reason, but there wasn't really too much to it. But I did enjoy it quite a bit, and yeah, I don't know what to really say about it. I do wish for like the Ultraman got a bit more involved in it, and even like seeing like the Toys get a bit more involved. I feel like this fight scene like I feel like it should have been a lot more, but there wasn't, and yeah, I don't know, just a little bit disappointed by it. But we do have a Triceraton who escapes. All I gotta say is because and you keep in mind that like the building like or like level which are on is already below like street level and went in an elevator down so many levels. How far down is this like is this building that goes it has a massive drop that goes down to the sewers? So where on earth is this? And I do actually mean that. Where on earth is it? I mean, it's somewhat close to like where the like was like monsters are in the caves and all that. How far? But yeah, what do you think about that little bit there?
To be honest, I was really perplexed on like how far it actually dropped. Like, are we so far underground that the sewers is just there, or was there like an access hatch or a ventilation hatch that goes into the sewers for the teleporter? Really, I stopped questioning it, thinking like, okay, it's like alien technology. I don't really see the point of trying to unravel it because I would never understand why they did it. But yeah, to be honest, it was kind of weird to see like the Triceratops fall all the way through those floors to then end up in the sewer. To be honest, I thought it was going to go to the center of the earth. Like hell, I was even thinking he would go into the city, the lost city underneath New York. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I thought he was going down there.
Well, okay then. Um. So with that in mind, like, what do you think is going to happen with that Triceraton in the future?
To be honest, with the Triceraton, I'm not too sure. I think this is a really big if, but I think he's gonna try and rebuild his militia. He's going to try and get weapons. He's going to make allies, and then he's going to attack TCRI and the Turtles at the same time to try and get back to his home world, sort of thing, and try and bring his home world to Earth. Perhaps that's what I'm thinking. It's a big if, but it sounds like the most logical thing.
Yeah. Okay. Um. So moving on.
Yay? Nay? No? Okay.
No. You're really far off, but I'll just let
Well,
you have it for now.
I gave my best shot.
Okay, so with the next bit, we do get to see the turtles. They discover that Mortu is an Utrom, but even if you look at his name, Mortu spelled backwards is Utrom. What do you think about that little scene there?
To be honest, it was very weird seeing the Utrons for the very first time and seeing a Muto as well. Because at first you're thinking, hold on a minute, this is the Krang. We need to attack. We need to defend ourselves. And seeing them not attack and seeing them being non-violent and actually friendly towards the turtles was very weird. Like, this was a very big major plot twist in my opinion, because as you already know, I've not seen the turtles. I'm only watching this every time as we go along and developing about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle universe as we go along, and seeing the Utron for the very first time and thinking, okay, that's the Krang. They are the bad guys. They're the enemy. But to see them non-violent and to see them being the good guys for once, I was very shocked. Like, wow, this is kind of turned things upside down, really. Like, who are the bad guys? Is it still the Utron? Is it the Krang? Is it the Shredder? I got no clue at this point.
I mean, I think that like with this bit here, it was. I mean, I like how it must have been to set things up for the like this storyline, saying that oh yeah, like the Utroms have like the whole backstory is like very connected to ours, and I do like that set up there with and like do they do like explore that with the whole like past stuff and all that. But when we do get to see like Doctor Morty comes in and he reveals that he's Neutron and tells like, oh my god, I can't believe it, they're in a building full of aliens and they can't believe that another person is an alien. It just seems like so weird, like their reactions. And I have to say that for this whole episode, their whole reactions was just like really off because just I know that we'll talk about this a little bit later, but like with like Tools, just like constantly thinking, oh, yeah, that whole dream thing is like real and trying to stop things. It just seems like the whole thing was just really off with their reactions and I don't know. It just seems. I mean, I don't know if like make up like some excuses because it's been like a long 8 hours or 3 weeks in their case, but the whole reaction just seemed really off, and especially like we've seen like this, we just like really, you didn't really think he was not going to be like an alien or something like that. It just seemed stupid. So yeah, um, so yeah, after that we do get to see the turtles. They do go down into the base, or another room or basement, or wherever it is in this building. We do get to see them go into this machine to like view the past. Do you have anything to say about like that room or the machine or anything like that, or not really?
To be honest, it was pretty cool seeing the room or the mind room. I'm not too sure what they called it. And of course, I really did like Mikey's reference to saying anything that starts with a pod in a sci-fi movie is just like means trouble basically. And of course, he was referring to the Alien movie, and I'm a massive lover of the Alien movies, so I got that reference straight away. But that was also pretty cool, just seeing that little reference been put in there. But to be honest, I don't really have much to say about the mind room. It's pretty cool that these Utron have this collective mindset of being as one, like a hive mind sort of thing. Yeah, that was cool. But the whole experience, going into the room and just looking around, it did look like something from Alien, to be honest. It looked like, hold on a minute, these people are going to get turned into alien munch, Like, that's what I first thought, but it wasn't. It was just a really weird looking room. But no, I thought it was pretty cool.
You had to say that, like, with the whole mind beer, I thought it was like a pretty interesting device and one which we don't normally get to see too often in terms of the like toe stuff. I found that to be pretty interesting, just because I think it's like, actually a really cool device and something which I would definitely like to see like return or just do something with that kind of like device, whether it may be whether that's being like Marvel, DC, or movies, comics, or whatever. I think about like the whole device thing is like really cool, and I don't know something about if it was like in real life. I think that could be quite cool. Something interesting, maybe a bit disturbing for some cases, but I think it's a really cool device and it's a really interesting way to like tell like the story with like the Utroms and everything that they do in this episode. And yeah, okay. So the next bit we do get to see them Turtles viewing the past. Let's talk about the like stuff in the ship first with the like Mortu traveling the prisoner. I will say this: it's not like a spoiler or anything, but the prisoner is called Sherelle. So yeah, hopefully that helps if like naming Utroms and all that. So yeah, what do you think about that scene there?
To be honest, seeing are we talking about the flashback with the scene on the ship first with the
Yes.
navigators? Yes.
Yes, and
Okay.
also like all the stuff in the ship. I feel like it would just be easier because there's not really too much to really talk about the ship, but there's little things there. They have some pretty big implications for the Utroms.
Yes. Okay. So first of course, they're on the bridge of the Utron ship, and they're talking to the navigators in this giant, I don't know, vat of liquid, and they're navigating the ship. And of course, we find out that Mutro is the Utron captain of that vessel who's transporting the war criminal Sharel back to their home planet, or wherever that may be. And of course, we get to see, like, okay, these are prison guards, these are warriors here to take down Sharel and bring him back to justice. So that was pretty cool. It was kind of weird because it was like very different to how I would imagine how an Utron would travel and navigate the stars. Like they use like three heads, like three navigators, like collective oneness, as they describe it, which I thought was pretty cool. And of course, then we move on to the prison of the vessel, which contains Sharel. And of course, seeing Sharel for the very first time, thinking, okay, this is more of the sort of thing that I was expecting of an Utron. A very malicious, very ruthless, dangerous Utron that resembles the Krang. And that's why I'm thinking, okay, this must be the Krang. This must be the bad side of the Utrons. So that was pretty cool. And of course, Mikey being Mikey, he's making funny faces, having no respect of the memories. Like, come on, have some respect of the history. But yeah, no, seeing that was pretty cool. And then, of course, moving on to when Utron escaped the vessel, not Utron, sorry, a Sharel escaped prison and he brought down the ship. And of course, he is just really bad, really ruthless, and he brings down the ship with everyone on it. And of course, they end up being crash landed on primitive Earth, and to which we find out is Japanese. Is it 11th century? 11th medieval
Yeah.
century? Yeah, it is 11th century Japan, which I thought was pretty cool because this just shows how far and how long the Utron have lived on Earth, which I thought was pretty cool. And seeing how the fighting style that the Ninja Turtles use was developed. And I thought, wow, this is going back to its roots. Like, we are going old school. And of course, I know I keep going on, but I'm just going to wrap this up. Then we see the Utron figuring out how to get home, and time passes by. They develop this suit, which they ability to walk among humans and blend in. And of course, Sharel, I can't believe he didn't die. That, like, seriously, he was holding wires and blew up the ship. We all saw it, and I'm surprised he somehow survived. He crawled himself out of that wreckage alive and managed to take down another Ultron and steal his suit. And of course, that's where we go from there. Did I get
Are you,
everything?
are you finished?
I think I'm finished. I need to catch my breath.
Yeah. Okay. So with the stuff from the ship, I thought it was pretty good. I don't have too much to really say about the ship scenes. It was just like there to set up the story, and with certain bits, like the Shrell stuff, which I do find to be pretty interesting, and I do think that once you learn a lot more about him, and you go back and look at this scene, you can be like, "Huh, okay, that's interesting." With where they do take Shrell, and it's because of what Shrell becomes. He, it's very underwhelming that that this is his escape from like the Utroms and where he goes next afterwards, which I do find to be disappointing. But I do think that for like the most part, the scene was just pretty okay and generic. Just one of those kind of scenes that just was there to set things up for the future. But with the whole Shroud stuff, I really wish there was a little bit more. And then even seeing like some stuff with like the early Japan, I thought that was really great. Yeah, so and what do you think about the scene where Mikey was like trying to fight the Japanese master and then was sort of failing but sort of not? I thought it was one of the best scenes ever.
No, it was kind of funny just him trying to fight off the Japanese master. Just seeing him like he's pretending to be in this movie, and it's just Mikey being Mikey. Like everyone else is trying to absorb the information that the Utron are giving them, and then Mikey's just being Mikey. Like Mikey just doesn't care. He's like, I'm gonna try and fight this guy, even though I can't actually attack him. And then, of course, he then decides to go and eat his breakfast. I say eat his breakfast, I meant try and eat his breakfast because he hasn't clocked on yet that this is just a dream. This is a memory. This is not real. It's the Matrix of sorts. Just it's not real.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. I thought it was like one of the like best fight scenes, or I wouldn't say best fight scenes, but like one of the best like comedy scenes in the show, and it works on every level, and it was amazing. But with the food bit, I feel like that also goes back to like what I was saying earlier with the whole reaction scenes, where just because it'd be like I don't, it's so like weird to see like these turtles which are more mature, shall we say, and yeah, they keep forgetting that they're in the virtual reality and all that kind of stuff. And and we do get to see like later when the turtles are trying to fight, trying to fight the robots and all that, and they keep going through like through them and all that. You're thinking, how are you forgetting this? Even Don forgets it, and stuff like this is just so. Yeah. But yeah, okay, moving on. So and we do get to see them build the first exoskeleton of the Utron. What do you think about like that scene? Also, like the test, like test run and all that.
To be honest, I thought that was pretty cool. Seeing the testing of the Utron, like they are proper going into the development of the Utron, and it shows a lot more willingness to show the story of how they've managed to survive this long. Like the producers actually thought this through and said, you know what, we want to explain how the Utron have survived. We want to explain how they got here. They want to explain every little detail, and that's what I just love about it. There's shows like this that really remind me how good and how passionate producers are because they want to explain every single detail. And this is what I love. What people want to know is like, how did this happen? How did they survive? And this just explains it and shows it very perfectly on how they survived and how they built up their community or survival group over the centuries and over the many, many millennia. And I just thought that was really cool of them to put that in there.
You have to say that with this bit, I thought it was like really fascinating just to see like how it does like all work and all that, and just I don't know, I like stuff like this where do you get to see like characters explore like themselves, expand their uh like abilities and stuff like that, and I just find this to be so fascinating. And if anything, I like to see like a whole like movie or series like this where do you get to see like aliens like trying to live among humans in like I don't know like 11th century or 12th century or whatever it is. I feel like there's so many things you could do with it, and I feel like this is just the tip of the iceberg of what they could do. It's just so amazing with like the potential they could tell, the stories, all that. It's just amazing. Um, but yeah, so we do get to see Shrel. He comes in and he steals the robot body, and then he leaves. I don't think there's anything to really say about that. But we do get to see like a few years later or something like that. We do get to see the Ultrons are trying to like recover like the ship and all that before they're attacked by the foot and all that. Uh, like, was you expecting to see the foot in this or not?
To be honest, I really wasn't expecting the foot this early on in like the history of it all. Like the 11th century Japan, I wasn't expecting it at all. Like, of course, I had my reasons for them being there. Like going back to the 2012 show, the Shredder and his family history and his ancestry descended from 11th century Japan. So I'm thinking, okay, this must be Shredder's great great granddad or his great great ancestor or something like that, something far beyond in the family tree. But then, of course, I started piecing together, and I don't know if it is true or not. I'm hoping it is because it will explain a hell of a lot. I think Sharel is Shredder because stay with me here, stay with me. When we saw the last season, when we saw the season finale of last season in this series, this show, Shredder's head was decapitated from his body. And that's the crazy thing. What if Sherelle has Shredder's body, and of course Sherelle is a neutron, and of course he's just a head, and of course he has control of this body. Maybe Sherelle is Shredder after all those centuries, and he's managed to survive because he's a neutron. Me thinking that, oh my gosh, this guy is like a robot and he's like possessed. He's got these dark powers that allow him to regrow limbs and walk without a head. I think Sherelle is Shredder. I'm just saying that might be, but I could be completely wrong with this.
Yeah, that's a very good theory. Um, I, I don't know what to really say about that. Just keep watching, shall we say?
Okay,
Uh,
I don't. I think. Hold on, am I on the right track? Because you're very quiet. Because usually when I'm on the right track, you're very, very quiet.
well, that depends if you want. I don't know. You could. Do me tell you if that theory was correct or not? That might help situations.
Yeah, go on then. Because it. I'm.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be.
you're correct. Shredder is
No
Shredder.
way. Sherelle is Shredder.
Yeah, I was trying to not spoil it, but I mean, now that you know, I guess I can speak freely about it now.
Yep, the cat's out of the bag, really. So, yeah, you can
Okay,
talk
well,
about it all you want.
uh, well, that's somewhat good because like I don't to not talk about it, but at the same time, I must admit it's a little bit annoying for you, like in your situation because now when we do get to that reveal bit, it's not going to be that big of a reveal, but eh, okay, yeah, I mean you got it, so.
Yay.
But yeah, I mean, I thought about that bit. I thought it was like really cool to see, like 11th century, like foot soldiers, and like I do find it like really fascinating with the whole lore and history of the Foot Clan, something which we will get to explore in a later season, which I think you'll find very fascinating. But I'll just say that with it, like now, what it do here it is really cool to see him do stuff like this, like here, and also really great to see like what like the foot were looking like back then, and how things run. But at the same time, because of what they do in the later season with the Foot Clan, it I've it does make you question a lot of stuff about the timeline and history for the show. But other than that, I thought this was pretty decent stuff. So yeah. But then for the final scene, we do get to see the turtles. They get teleported back, or no, what do I want to say teleported? But they got sucked into the real world. Or not real world, the virtual world where they can get hurt. Yeah, okay, yeah. And Mikey gets slashed by the shredder. Yeah, do you think so about that scene?
Oh, sorry, what was that? It cut out.
I was talking about like the ending sort of scene where Toes like gets sucked into the past bit and Shredder slashes Mikey. What's from about that bit there?
That was very, very interesting. It was really like it was a proper plot twist. People were like, "Oh my gosh, that is like that is just happening right now." The Matrix has come to life and is now going to kill the turtles. Like the Matrix is a real sort of thing. It's come to life that the Matrix has come to. Ugh, excuse me, it's come to life basically.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a okay kind of scene. Um, do I have anything to really say about it? Really? I mean, with the slash that Mikey got from Shredder, he probably should be dead, especially like because it went like down like, more down his face and chest like near the heart. So he should be dead, but you know, it's a kids' TV show, so he's alive. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't have too much to really say because just because like the majority of it, which I want to talk about, is in his like next episode, so I can't really talk about it too much there. So yeah, but yeah, what do you think about this episode overall?
overall, I thought this was a really cool episode, a really good one, because it explains a lot and it just builds up the tension and the excitement for the other episodes. Like, we now know the history, we now know why this is happening, we now know how the turtles are connected to TCRI and how the turtles came to be because of the Utron trying to get home and doing a noble cause. This all pieces together and it just makes you think, wow, someone actually spent the time, all that time and energy to passionately put this all together in this one episode. And it's just amazing to think that there are still producers out there that do this sort of stuff and make it so informative whilst visually pleasing as well. It's great when everything comes together. It's amazing.
You have to say that like, with the like lore and history for this episode, it just does a really great and amazing job at it. And I wish there was like a lot more episodes like this where it's how to explore and expand this universe in like so many more fascinating ways. And the way that they went around it with doing like the Matrix thing with the dreams and past, very creative. And there's a lot of stuff about like this kind of era of like storytelling, like I say in for like 4 kids, I put out in quotations because half the time it really doesn't really seem it, but like stuff like this, it really makes you like question a lot of stuff like who do you like who this really is for. But like 4 kids show, it does a really great job at everything really, and yeah, there's so much which I do enjoy about this one, but I don't know because I would say like there's a lot of stuff which I do love about this episode, but at the same time, it's just like one of those kind of episodes which I can't put higher on my list because it's just one of those kind of episodes. But a lot of stuff which I absolutely love about this episode. Um, okay, so don't hear some truth about this episode.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so for one bit of trivia, it was the alien reference, which yeah, I feel like we already got that one. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Baxter Stockman is revealed to have survived after the events of Return to New York Part 3. His head is the only thing left organic of him now, as his head is attached to a small spider-like robot. Okay, uh, that's not really trivia. That's more
No,
just
it's just kind of stating the obvious, really.
yeah. And then also got another bit which talking about the Triceratops. He escapes, and that he will appear in a future episode. Not really trivia,
What
but
is this? This ain't trivia. Come on, mate. Where's
yeah.
the trivia?
And there was some errors. So and same for and for a brief second, Dawn's eyes were green. I didn't see that.
Me neither.
Okay. Next, and then the other error is when the turtles go back in time. Donatello says it looks like it's 11th century feudal Japan. However, the feudal era of Japan didn't start until 12th century. Okay. Well, that's interesting. There was I'll say that there was like a few like errors which I noticed, which was just more of the like colors because at one point which it just like in the past bit where I do get Seal Toes and Must Splinter, they were like orange and yellow. There was one scene where I do get see Must Splinter, he was in normal colors, and then at the beginning where we do get see Toes in Triceratops suits, there was one scene where we do get see Leonardo with swords that weren't in the sheaths, but it's just like little minor things like that. Okay, so for the trivia, no, not trivia, for the cast, we've got Donatello voiced by Sam Riegel, and yeah, I must admit this is actually really weird to talk about him now because it was just I believe it was just yesterday or Monday. He put out a video saying that he's been battling with cancer, so
Oh, wow.
yeah, but he's surviving it. I think he's cleared of it. It's something to do with the throat, and then got radiation burns and all that. It was he's got a scar on his neck. It's yeah, but he's doing well now. So
That's good then. That's good to hear.
yeah. Okay, so got Leonardo voiced by Michael St. Nicholas. Um, so got Michelangelo voiced by Wayne Grayson. Raphael voiced by Greg Abbey. Spencer voiced by Darren Dunstan. Mr. Mortu Indy suit and also as the Utrom done by Dan Green. Um, a future droid voiced by Oliver Wyman, Feudal Shredder voiced by Scotty Ray. That's a very big obvious clue. And it also doesn't say in here, but Shrell was also voiced by Scotty Ray. However, they changed his voice so it's a bit like change it so pitch it up, I think. But however, in like next season, when we do get to see Shrell in the present day stuff, he's just there's using normal voice. I don't know why I changed it halfway through the show, but yeah. April voiced by Veronica Taylor, Casey voiced by Mark Thompson, news anchor Dwight voiced by Oliver Wyman, reporter Alex Carlin voiced by Mark Thompson. There was some other people in here which don't get names of, but I'm pretty sure that one dude, Sean, was voiced by Michael St. Nicholas, and the navigators, I'm pretty sure, voiced by Darren Dunstan. Baxter's document voiced by Scott Williams, and also one which interesting one which I think you might be surprised at. The army sergeant, he was voiced by Scotty Ray, no, oh God, Scott Williams as well.
Oh wow.
Um, okay, so for the next episode, what do you think is going to happen in that episode?
To be honest, I think there's going to be a lot that's going to get uncovered. I think the National Guard are going to start kicking down doors and taking names. They're going to investigate what's going on. And I think the turtles are going to be in like some sort of Matrix scenario about trying to get out alive and not trying to get killed by the virtual shredder. And of course, I think we're going to unveil Sharel as Shredder in the next episode as well and piece together on why that is. And of course, the turtles are going to find out, of course. But I've kind of jumped the gun with that, sadly. I do apologize. But we got some other stuff that is going to be revealed next episode that I don't know about. So that's going to be interesting to know. To be honest, I think Stockman is going to get captured by the Utron and, like, I don't know, interrogated perhaps, like captured and thinking, what have you done? Fix what you've done. And then he's probably going to escape like he normally does because it's Stockman. He always gets away, even if he does lose a body part along the way. That's just Stockman for you. And of course, I'm not too sure. I don't think we're going to be seeing the Triceraton for quite some time because he's escaped. He's down in the sewers. He's just trying to survive. So I don't think we're going to see much of him. I could be completely wrong, but that's what I think.
Okay, well, that's very interesting. Yeah, but now for your favorite part.
Oh no.
Um, who do you think is going to be starting the episode? A little hint: it's one of the turtles.
Um, I want to say, nah, Donnie was last week. It can't be Donnie like twice in a row. I want to say Leo, perhaps.
Is that your final answer?
Oh God, it's like on a game show. It's like, is this your final answer? You're putting me on the spot now, mate. Screw it. I'm gonna go with Leo. It's probably gonna be wrong,
Yeah, you're wrong.
and
It's
I'm wrong.
Donnie.
God damn it. Donnie again? Really? How many times can Donnie go? Honestly, next week I'm going to say Donnie, and it's not going to be real. It's not going to be Donnie. It's going to be like Mikey or Raphael or something ridiculous. Hell, maybe not even the Turtles.
Um, you're correct about that. It's not one for turtles for
Oh, I've
next
got
week.
something right then.
Or week after. So, yeah. Uh, but yeah, everything else say about this episode, or it's all done with this one.
To be honest, I'm pretty much done with this episode. We've covered the main facts. We've covered why things have happened. We've covered how Shredder's still alive and he's well, which is good because that was the whole reason why the Turtles went after TCRI. And it's good to now know why the Ultron are here and they're going to help us and they're going to help the Turtles. And it's just really cool to see how the history was made and developed. But overall, I say a 10 out of 10 episode and probably going to be on my top 10.
I mean, I wish I could put. I don't know if I would put on my list, but I enjoy the episode a lot. But I don't know. Something about it. It's not really like a top 10 list worthy, or it might be, but not high. But I feel like I should, but I don't know. I'm very conflicted now because I want to. I don't know. We'll wait and see about that. But yeah, so that's been another episode. I've been your host Teddy,
And I've been Hayden.
and we'll see you all soon. Goodbye, yo, bye,
Bye.
and we are done.
Sweet. I think that was a much more fast paced episode. Like, I think we went straight in, like, we went boom, 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 boom. Like, it was good, but I think it went a bit too quick. I don't know if that was just me or not.
Well, not really, because no, just because I've been looking at like the length of episodes from like the past like few weeks and before that, and it's been like roughly like on like same sort of like time.
Oh,
It's
really?
been, yeah. So, but at the same time, I think that because it's like a multi-part episode, there's like only so much you can really talk about because there's like a lot of stuff which is set up for like the next two episodes, and just like what can you really talk about without knowing what's going to happen next? I think that's the biggest problem with it. I think that
Yes.
like
I
yeah,
forget this is part one of two.
part, one of three,
What?
one of three.
There's three, not two?
No, there's three parts to this one.
Oh,
It's
well,
a, yeah, it's a long story arc.
damn. Okay.
But yeah,
That's good.
yeah, because afterwards, uh, the episode I want to say nine. I want to say that's when things go back to normal. So I think that like once it gets to that bit there, I think it'd be a bit longer. But I think that just because like I think that because like so much I want to talk about, but at the same time we can't really talk about it just yet because we don't know it yet. I think that's the like what might be like holding it back a little bit.
Yeah, it might be. No, it was good. It was good. I think it's just how it went. Like, we had a lot to say, and it was good.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't think we said about Shredder being alive. Like, he was alive. That was a big plot twist. We didn't mention.
We'll mention it next week because there's some like stuff there and all that kind of stuff. I mean,
Yeah, I guess we can.
I just couldn't believe that he was able to get the whole Shrill thing in this episode. I was, I mean, I'm happy for like he's able to get it because I don't have to go, I don't have to like not talk about it so much, but at the same time, I wish it was a little bit more of like, oh my god, I can't believe it was him and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, I think I feel like it was very obvious, but
It kind of was, to be
yeah.
honest. Like, I picked up on it very easy. Like, he's escaped. He wants revenge. It's typical Shredder 101.
I mean, I was kind of like the opposite way around when like knowing about this because I watched the Toy Story movie, which and which you have seen. I think that might be also might have helped you because I don't know if you remember it, but in that one, Shrill came back and he was the huge woman got a Shrill body, so I already knew about that. And then I think it was like a few years later, I watched this episode. And I was like, huh, okay, but yeah,
It does make a lot more sense now.
yes, but really good question.
Hmm. Yeah, nah, definitely. Well, it's all going to happen next week. I think we're going to dive into a lot more next week.
Yeah, this story arc, I feel like this story arc is gonna be like the like a really good story arc for you. Just be like, oh my god, I can't believe it's that thing. I can't believe it's that person, all that kind of stuff. It's gonna be a lot of that kind of thing for like next like two episodes. It'd be like, oh my god, is that?
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be good. I think we're going to learn a lot more about what's going on and why it's going on.
Yeah.
But have you got any plans this week at all? Anything exciting in the works?
Um. Well, we'll do finish next lot of the comic dub things, which I'm looking forward to for quite a while. Just because one person said they'll get back to me. That was 4 months ago. So I decided to get a new lot of people in, and I could finally do it. And oh my god, I can't believe it! It's turned out really great.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we could do the comic dubs, or view some of the comics like at one point. I think that could be quite interesting. Like see like just see how vastly different it is because like in the comics we got like Jenica and Mutant Town and all that kind of stuff, and here we got like learning about the past of Neutrons. It's being so vastly different.
That sounds like that'll be a crazy one.
Oh yeah. Oh hmm.
I'm making you think now, aren't I? I'm giving you ideas, man.
Yeah. I also might begin my new computer next month. So
Oh really?
yeah.
Oh, which one? What are you going for? What's your specs? Tell me your specs.
The most expensive one on Premiere Pro, no, Premiere Computer, on the gaming one.
Oh my god, you're buying the BFG?
Uh, where is it? It was very expensive. I think maybe a bit more out, maybe a bit out of your price range in terms of computers.
Jesus Christ!
What the 3,000 one?
Oh my god! What? That is just overkill for anything. Like, sure, go for it. Absolutely. If you've got the cash to splash, you might as well. It's just that's a quite a hefty piece of equipment you're packing there, mate. And that's
Don't be
only just for the.
jealous.
I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous. But
You sound like it, but like, oh my god, I can't believe you're getting that.
okay, I'm a tad jealous. But that's just the computer. You need to buy the peripherals as well. So like the mouse, the keyboard, the screen as well. And
Ah,
if
no, I'm not
you're
gonna bother that.
mate, if you're buying the BFG, you need a 4K monitor to utilize all of those specs. I'm telling you this now.
My screen's good enough. I mean, well, it doesn't really make all too much difference, really, just because. Just because like stuff which I want to do, I can export it in 4K and then watch it on something that has 4K, and also my thing does run 4K and all that, so it won't really make too much of a big difference, I don't think. And if I want to, I can later buy it or all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Hold on a minute. I can't even load up the PC Premiere right now. Can you?
No, I just tried. I tried on the phone.
Oh, site not found. Why is that? Oh, they're probably doing updates again. Because last time I
No.
tried doing it, they said they were upgrading their site to make custom PCs. You know, like PC Builder, right?
Yeah.
They're making it so you can build your custom PC and then you can go pick it up. That's what they're doing.
Oh.
So that's pretty cool. But my god, the BFG, it's just mad. It's like 3 grand, and you're rocking with what are you actually? What is the specs? I actually forgot what the specs are, but I know it's like 3 grand for it.
It was. It was. Wallace wasn't taking a little video on it, and it's just like, I mean, it could be better, but if you already got something, but you don't really need it, and I'm like thinking, I'm spending this much money, and telling me it might not be worth upgrading. I'm thinking, what the hell?
Yeah, no, just that is crazy. So have you like written to them say, look, I'd like this in stock because sometimes they run out really quickly of the BFGs.
Well, I was gonna message them like a week before, or something along those kind of lines, just so that I can see if I can like pick it up on like a certain day, and also if it has like certain things because just because like there's two things or a few things which I would like to know beforehand. Is like seeing if it can run like certain things, like some programs, which I think it definitely will be able to. And then also like to know if it has Bluetooth enabled, just because like computer which I'm currently using, it doesn't have it, and I would actually have like the my AirPods or whatever they are. because I feel like that might be able to help with like sound stuff and all that. But yeah, I'm just really looking forward to like all the stuff which I'll be able to finally do.
Yeah, no, yeah, honestly, mate, I think you've got the same processing power as the ISS. That's literally how powerful your PC will be.
Are you jealous?
I'm not jealous. I'm just very like, oh my gosh, he's going to be able to power. Like, he's able. He could probably run the entire like Southend database on that thing. It's like how powerful that thing is.
Yeah, maybe.
But
Yeah, I yeah, and also can finally start doing Blender as well. That's like that all stuff which I'm really looking forward to doing.
mate, your render times will be milliseconds. And I thought my one was fast. Like, it takes a few minutes for mine to render, but your ones are gonna like done in an instant.
Are you sure you're not jealous?
I'm not jealous. I'm just saying that this
The
is.
more they talk about it, the more you sound a bit like it. Like, oh, you can render in a few seconds. Well, it's okay. I'll do it in a few minutes. It's okay. Yeah, I like my computer. I like it.
It's good. I'm happy for you. It's just you're. I don't know. Well, at least you get 4 years warranty and 4 years on warranty and software, which is really good. Like,
I might
it's.
replace it next year. I might be a bit bored.
Can I buy it off you for like mates rates? You know, can I just can I just buy it off you if you do upgrade? You know, as you are clearly like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get the next one. Yeah, can we do that? Can we come to an arrangement?
Yeah, I'm sure we can.
Because literally, I'd love to have the BFG. To be honest, I need to clear up some space. Get the BFG in here. By the way, you do realize how big the BFG is, right?
No, I'm sure I'll find a way. I'm sure I'll find something to put.
It is like probably about the same size as like a desk cabinet.
Oh,
Like a bedside desk table sort of thing. But I'd always they're going to help
are
you
you
out
sure it's not
anyways.
smaller? Like, I'm pretty sure coming like a computer case. I don't think it'd be that big, would it?
The BFG is the biggest thing they have. The case is huge.
I don't think it's. I think I have to look into it. I don't think it's that big, but because I think maybe we're talking about two different ones. Because I don't think it was called the BFG. It wasn't called that. I don't think it was called.
Or BGF, something like that. I think I'm not too sure. I call it the BFG because that's what I thought they called it. Because when I go picked up my PC, they nicknamed it the BFG.
I think we might
But
be
I
talking
could
about
be
two different.
completely wrong.
I think we might be talking about different ones, but like, when it loads up, I'll send the link to the one which I'm talking about. But I
Yes.
don't think it's like that big because it has a fit in that computer case and all that. So I don't think it'd be that big. I hope. If not, I'll get a new desk as well.
But to be honest, they will try and help you out. They are pretty good down there.
I should hope so.
Like for 3 grand, like you are going to be their top customer. You know, they're going to like drop everything.
I
Like
should hope so.
you walk in with 3 grand, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, this guy, he's going to take our entire stock. We're going to be rich. Like they're going to drop everything and help you out, man.
If you could do it all now, I'll give you 4 grand cash over the top, no questions asked.
Hmm. Yeah, no, they will. But to be honest, they will also recommend you upgrading like screens and all that because it is such a powerful PC. You want to use the full potential, especially if you're rendering, especially if you're doing animation design. You want the best quality of pixels, vectors. You want the best of the best, and that's what they're probably going to recommend. But of course, you'll go there, you'll see them. They're very nice people. The governor is like he's got a beard, same sort of thing as mine, but it's ginger. But he's really nice, really good, and he'll help you out. He'll show you the stocks, he'll show you the ropes, and show you what you can and can't do. They've also got some game setups there as well with some of the PCs, so you'll be able to see what it's like for the games to run at that sort of quality.
I don't think like really be playing too many games in here, but I mean, well, most of the games which I do play are like PlayStation games and like 2000 disc PC games. So I don't think I really need like the best or the best in terms of like, quality and all that.
Mate, you will have quality, don't you worry.
I'll beat you in Fortnite finally.
In 4K graphics, yeah.
Well, yeah, while you're there just trying to load into the game, while me on the other hand,
Mm. Yeah, oh well. But when you do, please do let me know because I'd love to actually see it. And if you need help setting it up, just give me a shout and I'll come round and help set it up for you.
well, I'm playing. So near the end of the month, I'm on a trip, and I don't come back till that Tuesday night. But I booked the Wednesday off, which is the one which we're going on. It's on the day which goes to see Deadpool and Wolverine. So I was thinking, I mean, I was thinking, oh, I've got a day off. I might as well do something productive. So I'm hoping to go out and get it then. If not, it might be that weekend. So
Nice.
sometime around then.
Very nice. Yeah. Do let me know because I wanna see this thing. I wanna see this beast.
Okay, I will. I just hope I don't make you too jealous.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, no,
Really?
it's. I mean, like, it's quite a lot of money to be spending on. Like, is this gonna be like I know, like your first proper built PC that you've ever brought from like a company such as this? Is this gonna be like a first time sort of thing, or have you
Yeah,
done it
pretty.
before?
Yeah, pretty much. Just because the only thing we sort of had before is like laptops from Argos and this computer which you said was just like a normal regular office one. So this is gonna be like the big upgrade. Like
Mm.
I think the word big is a bit underused, or maybe not the right choice of word, but be a massive upgrade.
Yeah, no, definitely, it will be a major upgrade to your systems. But yeah, no, do let me know. Well, all right then, mate. I've got to go now. But yeah,
Same
next
time next week,
week.
or
Next week. What's next week? What's next week? So just double checking. I'm away this way. I'm away. Uh, yeah, I'll be able to do next week. Same
okay,
time next week. Podcast. Yeah, let me write this down. I'm not going to be able to do it in August though, because I am away for like a good week and a half or so.
okay. We'll just
Um,
well, and everyone, if you just like let me know just so that I'm not just sitting here waiting.
Yeah, no worries. I'll let you know. I'll call you in like I'll call you on sandy beaches, drinking my
Where you
sort
going?
of. I'm going to Bulgaria.
Where's that?
Next to how can I explain this? I'll send you a screenshot because it'll be easier. So Bulgaria is in the Baltics.
Uh huh.
So here is Bulgaria, right here. So it's next to Romania, Turkey, Ukraine, Hungary, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Slovenia, Croatia, that sort of